I'm Taylor Halsey here with Austin Cooper. The Tigers are coming off their first series loss against South Carolina, but they're taking on Florida this weekend. How are the Tigers looking to rebound?
You know, it's really going to come down to the offense, much like it did against South Carolina. The offense against South Carolina couldn't produce a timely hit when they needed it. I think on Saturday they had 14 hits, only produced 2 runs, so, you know, it's going to be big for them once they get those runners on base this weekend to actually drive them in. They did that a little bit last night against McNeese State. You know, they had 15 hits, they scored 7 runs. They probably could have produced a little bit more with a little bit timelier hitting. But, you know, if they carry that over into the Florida series, that'll be big for them going forward in terms of getting production out of the lineup and getting an early lead and being able to hold on to it.
And Florida's a team that got off to a slower start than most, but they seem to be picking things up right now. How is this going to affect the Tigers?
You know, it could affect them a lot. You know, Maneri just said that they played potentially the toughest schedule in the country this year. Florida's a relatively young team, so, you know, you're going to have those streaks where you have a lot of wins or a lot of losses in a row. Florida's won 11 out of their last 15 games, so they're on kind of a hot streak right now. You know, it could be dangerous for LSU with them coming in here because they're used to the environment that they're going to face at Alex Box. You know, other than that, Florida's going to be a very tough team for LSU this weekend, and it's a very, very crucial series for them.
And we've been hearing that there's going to be some lineup changes and some slight pitching rotations. What are those changes going to be?
Cody Glenn will start on Thursday night because of concern about weather. Maneri didn't want to start Nola on Thursday, get him heated up, and then have him sit. So Cody Glenn's going to go Thursday. He's coming off 10 or 11 days of rest, so he should be good to go. You know, Nola's going to start Friday in his usual rotation spot, and then Eads is going to finish things up on Saturday. Not sure what the matchups are going to be yet. Florida hasn't released that in terms of strategy to use for the series. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how Cody Glenn responds the first game of the series. If he can get a win, that'll set the tone for LSU for the rest of the weekend. And
finally, what are the implications of this series going to have for the Tigers?
Well, LSU's holding a 2.5-game lead over Arkansas in the SEC West. Arkansas will close the season out, I believe, with Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia, 2 the teams which are in, you know, last place in the SEC East. So it's very, very important for LSU to maximize on their, or I guess capitalize on their opportunities going forward and try and, you know, get series wins now while they still can to prevent Arkansas from sneaking up on them, because Arkansas potentially could sneak up on them and take the SEC West very easily if LSU falters even the slightest going forward.
Well, the Tigers are definitely facing a tough schedule coming up in the coming weeks, but keep it tuned for Tiger Sports Digest for more baseball news.